Hey y'all, hey, Annette Latique here, your host at Coaching You For You. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time. Welcome back. It's good to see you. We appreciate you. Time, man, they say time is slipping into the future, and I'm telling you, I am understanding that better by and by. Time is valuable. Don't discount yours and don't waste it. Remember to hydrate, eat fruit, moisturize your feet, and mind your business. Yeah, mind your business. Hey, y'all, hey. So today, I just like to talk a little bit about how amazing, I have to remind myself that I am and can be. I have to remind myself of that sometimes. But before I do that, I just like to offer my condolences to anybody who has lost someone they love to violence and death of any kind. I just want to offer my condolences. I know there's not much I can say to make you feel better, but I do want you to know that I care. So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about how we are all actually pretty amazing. There are times when we view ourselves as we do a lot of our life, and we view ourselves as a hobby and not an investment. What I want you to know tonight is no matter what you do, no matter who it is, you are not a hobby. You are, in fact, an investment. Act like it. You are amazing. I'm sharing my experience, strength, and hope because there are times when I feel like I'm getting it all wrong. There are times when I'm not happy. There are times when I'm sad. There are times when I'm disappointed. There are times when I'm discouraged. And I have to remind myself of who I am. And I have to do that on a regular basis. And I would encourage you to do the same because we all have good days and we have bad days. We fail, we succeed, we lose, we win. But in every disagreement with yourself and or others, what works for me is I don't view the experience of disagreeing as a win or lose situation. And that helps me a lot. It helps me a lot because I know I'm amazing. I know who I am. I know what I am and I know what I'm made of. And every day, search yourself for the same because I do. And it's what works for me because every day is not perfect. Most days aren't perfect. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. But no matter what we do, we have to remember that we are, in fact, amazing. God makes amazing human beings for those of us who are human. You'll get that on the way home. But listen, life can be challenging. Life has been extremely challenging for me. There are times when I wake up and I don't think that I'm going to be able to do the day. It happens. It happens. And then I have to remind myself that every single thing I tell myself, everything I feed this brain is going to believe. And so I work on feeding it, fueling this soul. It's called soul fuel, fueling it with the right things, no matter what I wake up feeling and no matter how I wake up feeling. There are times where I've been in situations, and I shared about this just today, where, there's so much promise and hope in a situation, and, you want it to work out, and no matter what, it just doesn't. There's no right or wrong in it. It just doesn't, and when it doesn't, I have to move on. I have to learn how to move on. Sometimes over and over again, but I do. It's in business partnerships, family, relationships. I don't have too many of those aside from my family and friends. I'm widowed and have been for a year, and I kind of like being with me because I am an investment. I'm not a hobby. And for those who don't understand that, it's kind of like the TikTok I shared. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm not a person you can discount or put on layaway. I'm not. And the guy shared that, and I really absolutely appreciated it because man or woman, if you're single, it's okay to mingle. And if you're single, remember this: you're valuable in your single life. And love is one of the best places to be in the world. I know because I've been there. It is. It's not a perfect place, but it's a great place to be. And so, as we go about our day and the day to day business of our lives, life can and will be challenging. It is for me. Now, there are some people who, they have perfect lives, or at least that's what they put on the Instagram in the book. But life is so dang gone normal, and it's normal for everybody. It's how we look at it. And I shared this before. It's not what happens to us, it's how we deal with what happens to us. Because things are going to happen. People are going to do things we don't like. I rarely, rarely hold a grudge for any period of time. I've had grudges, but I rarely hold them. And I rarely hold them because disagreements for me, as I said, is not a win or lose experience. That changes the game for me, and it can change it for you too. It's not a win or lose experience. I'm going to disagree with folks. Folks are going to disagree with me. I like people. There's some people I don't like. There's some people I want to be around. There's some people I don't ever want to be around. And there's certainly a lot of people I don't want to be like. But there are people that I'd like to learn how they do some of the great things that they do. I'm not jealous of you. I want to learn how you did it, and I want to get it too if I'm interested. I'm not always interested. But life is going to happen. And you'll hear me repeat this over and over and over again. Life is going to happen, and it's okay. It's okay because, just one day at a time is all we have to do, to get this thing done. And if it buckles down to an hour, do it an hour at a time. Whatever it takes is what it takes. And I promise you, it gets greater later in every situation. Bad times don't last forever unless you feed it. It's the spirit you feed that grows. Please remember that too. And as we move forward in growing our audience here at Coaching You For You, I want to thank the people here and beyond who are watching and engaging in this podcast. Thank you for that because it gives me an opportunity to share my experience, strength, and hope. And anytime you want to share yours, feel free, to hit me up, inbox me and let me know. And we're more than willing to bring you on to hear your experience, strength, and hope because I believe everybody has something we can learn from. We don't have to agree with it, but I haven't met anybody yet that I haven't been able to learn something from. Not yet. In good situations and bad. And I've had some bad situations. I have. I'm not laughing about it. I'm just telling you that passes. And when it's behind me, I'm not going back there looking for it. Time is precious. And we know not the hour or the time for whatever our life is going to give us or bring to us. So I would encourage you to take it a day at a time. And my experience is that it's not what happens to me, it's how I deal with it because every day isn't a good day. But I have more good days than I have bad. And I try to look at the good things and I remember to be grateful. Not perfect, but I'm pretty darn amazing. And when I'm ready and the time is right, it's going to be all right. That's all I can say. It's going to be all right. So just take it easy. Love people while you can. Give folks a chance. Don't be so judgmental. You never know what folks are going through. If you're amazing, and that's a fact, you are. You're not perfect, but you're amazing. Let other people be amazing too. And let folks live their life and be who they are. You can't change it. And why would you want to? More work, and it's a hostage situation for everybody. Don't get in hostage situations by trying to change people. It'll never work. I promise you. Never. I am your host here at Coaching You For You. I just wanted to drop in for a little bit and share some of my experience with you about what it's like to be a perfect human being, but recognize that I am in fact amazing, and so are you. And don't let others convince you of anything else but how amazing you are. You teach people every day how to treat you. That's right, you do. In the things that you say, the way that you behave, and what you accept. I've learned, even more recently, to value the things that I'm interested in and the things that I'm grateful for, to show value for them, to show my gratitude. If you tell me that you don't like movies, I'm not going to invite you to a movie because my time that I might spend there is valuable. And so is yours. So, tell people what you really want them to know. Tell them what you really want them to know about you. If you try to put people on layaway, you're going to lose your deposit. Yeah, I know that's corny, but it's true. Put them on layaway, you're going to lose your deposit. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome you in to sit down, kick your feet back, get your coffee, tea, or juice, and just relax. 8:05, 15 to 20 minutes. Thanks for joining me. Have a great evening. Remember, you are, in fact, amazing. And let everybody in your life know, no matter who they are, you're not a hobby, you're an investment. And they should invest wisely. Have a good evening. Thanks for joining me. Good night.